This is Randall Ulrich, your instructor, and this is for EDTE280. This is a short video providing you with some information about accessing SacCT. In case you don't already have this information, I wanted to make sure that you had it available to you. So from SacState's main page, which you can access on your browser at www.csus.edu, and you see that in the address bar of your browser. Once you get to the main page, there's a series of links on the right hand side. There's a section marked Quick Links. If you click on that, you'll get a pull down menu. From there, you'll see an entry marked Online Courses SacCT. Click on that link and that'll bring up a window for you where you can log on to your e-learning courses, and you see that displayed here. There's a button marked SacCT Login. Click on that button and that'll bring up a screen where you can log in. Now you should already have a SacLink ID and password. If you have that, go ahead and log in. If not, you'll need to talk to IRT and get yourself set up with a SacLink ID. So plug in your SacLink ID. In this case, I've got mine. And then your password. And either hit enter or click on login. Now once you log in, you should expect to see the screen that you see here, and the courses that you have. In this case, I've got EDTE280 Fundamentals of Online Pedagogy. Click on that link and that will take you to the contents for that course. And what you should expect to see by default, you'll come in on the syllabus, and that's listed also on the left-hand panel here. You'll also get faculty information. You can get some information about me, some of my experience, and then weekly assignments. And as you see, we have week 1, week 2, week 3 so far, and that'll be added to as we go along. So clicking on week 1 to show you the contents there, you'll see for week 1 there's a series of items for you to take a look at. The first being the Literature Circles discussion board. This is where you and your Literature Circles groups will be getting together to discuss your text. I'll be coming back to this one in a moment. You'll see that there's a folder for assigned reading. If there's any assigned reading for that week, you'll see it in a separate folder. In this case, there are 2 items. One is an article marked What are Literature Circles? Click on that, you'll access that article. And then the second assigned reading is the flipped classroom, and as you can see, it's the assigned text that you have, and then chapter 1 is what you'll be doing for that week. There's also a couple of suggestions as far as exploration, so if you are having trouble getting started, you're not quite sure what to talk about, these are some suggestions just to get you started. They're not required to get you involved. So on week 1, you have your Literature Circles discussion board, your assigned reading, your reflection statement. I had asked that you email that to me when we got together for our first class. You can also go right to this document. This will send you to a Google Doc. This will bring this up, and there's a link here for that document. And as you'll see, some people have already entered their statements here, their reflections, their statements. And you just go through, enter your information. It's 1 to 2 paragraphs. Just follow the format that's listed here. And then you can see at the end there are some entries that are empty. Just add your name, your cohort number, and then your 1 to 2 paragraphs. And then after the reflection statements, the groups as they've been formed so far, this may very well be getting a change as we get a final roster, so look for some changes here as well. Week 2 follows the same format as week 1. There's a discussion question. It'll list when it's due, what the general topic is. Be sure that you are answering the original question and responding to at least 2 of your peers. I make a note here, try to get your initial response by Wednesday. And the reason I suggest this is to make sure that people have time to respond since it is due by the following Sunday. So if you've gotten that in initially, then everybody else has an opportunity to respond. You have some time to reflect. Just don't wait till the last minute. As I noted in our first class, this is not a requirement, it's merely a recommendation. If you do include any citations, any articles that you want to cite, make sure that you include them at the end. I've provided an example here to show you how it's done. And as noted, if there is any assigned reading, again, this follows the same format, week 1, week 2, week 3. You'll see the same thing, discussion boards, assigned reading, and so forth. So in this case, we have assigned reading. And then, of course, you're continuing with your text. The following week, you've got chapters 2 and 3, a couple of things you might want to think about or include in your discussions. And then I have the links here. There are 3 links to different articles. Read those, and these will be included as far as your discussion question is concerned. And then I have a final one here for week 2, optional reading. And then this is a link to another article, and this goes to flipped classrooms. So this is something that might be worthwhile for you concerning your discussion as it relates to your assigned text. And then for week 3, same format, assigned reading, discussion questions, anything that is appropriate to week 3. And then as the semester goes on, you'll see week 4, week 5, and all the due dates and what the focus is, what your assigned reading is, any optional reading I include, discussion questions, or anything else that I feel might benefit you. So that's a simple overview on SacCT, getting into it, accessing it, and then how this is set up and what that information is. So as promised, going back to literature circles, this discussion board, when you click on that link, it will bring up a discussion board for you, and you'll see that the different groups are listed here. These were previously set up. And if you click on any of the links, and you're going to want to go to the link for your particular group, so make sure that you check the list, which group do you belong to, and that's the group that you're going to be discussing your text. All of you will be handling this portion yourselves. You discuss among yourselves. I don't need to get involved. I will be monitoring the conversations, but this is something you're going to handle for yourselves. So as you can see, a couple of people have already made some entries. If you click on the link for that particular thread, you'll see that you'll have the person who initially provided some information beginning the discussion. Someone else has already entered some information. If there's an entry here that you would like to reply to, you'll see the options across the bottom here. If you click on reply, it will respond to this particular entry. So if this person, in this case Tim Smith, has made an entry and you want to reply to Tim, click on Tim, or click on reply within Tim's response there. If you want to respond, in this case, to Jessica, you'd click on reply and you'd be replying to Jessica's entry. And the same will be true with the other discussion boards that I've set up. So if you want to respond to a particular question, so in this case you click on the link for the discussion question, and then click on the link for the discussion topic, and you'll see that I've included my original question. And just for ease of reading, you'll find that I highlight my questions in blue. They just will leap off the screen at you. It's just for easier reading. So if you want to respond to me, you just click on reply. In this case, Tim has responded, and if you want to reply, since you're going to respond not only to the original question posed by me, you're also going to respond to 2 of your peers. So in this case, Tim has responded to the original question. If you want to respond to Tim because you're responding to one of your peers, then you click on reply to respond to Tim. If you're responding to my original question, then you're going to click on reply. So that's a quick overview on the setup here. If you have any questions, you can certainly email me, and you can send it to my Gmail address, which you find in the syllabus, or you can send it through SacCT. Thank you.